Hi, so today I want to talk to you about the importance of phonemic awareness for those non-readers. Phonemic awareness is basically the ability to hear and manipulate sounds. Those sounds are the phonemes. And it seems like a simple thing, but it's honestly so important in learning to read. That ability to hear and manipulate sounds is the bedrock for reading, and we need to give our kids a really strong foundation if we want them to have future success in reading. The kids who don't get that strong foundation, all of a sudden it's January, February, and they can't read and they're lost. And so we wonder what's going on, and you need to back it up and really look at their ability to have a strong phonemic awareness foundation. So let's start off the year right and build that foundation. This year, more than any other year, it's critical because so many of our kids haven't had that preschool experience, haven't heard language the way they would have if they had been in a classroom. So we really need to take a little bit of time and ensure that they have that strong foundation. So one of the pillars of phonemic awareness is the ability to rhyme. And a lot of people kind of think rhyming is just cat and bat, it rhymes, check, they've got it. It's actually a little bit more complicated than that. When our kids learn how to rhyme, it basically draws their attention to those sounds, to those phonemes in the words. You have to really listen to the words in order to rhyme. An ability to rhyme really does predict future reading success, and we all want our kids to be not only successful with us, but when they move on to grades and go up the elementary school level, we want them to be really successful. So having a really strong ability to rhyme is a great predictor for being a successful reader later on. The other thing that rhyming does is it helps develop an ear for spoken language. It really does. It highlights the sounds and it highlights the ability to focus on those sounds, and it kind of develops an ear. At the beginning, when you start rhyming with kids, they just don't hear it. But over time, you develop that ability to hear the spoken language in a way that they really need. So there are basically 6 types of rhyming. See, it's a little bit more complex than just cat and bat. One of the first types of rhyming is just basically hearing and repeating rhymes. Hat, bat. Just hearing it. Hearing those rhymes so that they start to say, oh, I get it. And the best way to do that is with chants, with nursery rhymes, with songs, and with rhyming books, giving them all that exposure to rhyming words. They start to have a little bit of fun with the words. It becomes a little silly to be able to hear it and then repeat it back. So one of my favorite ways is to use a little video mini lesson, because rhyming has to be spoken. They have to hear it. Otherwise, rhyming is useless. It's all about those phonemes, all about the spoken words. So they have to actually hear it. So I love a mini lesson like this one. You hear the words, say the words back. Hear the words, say the words back. That's it. That's all we expect. So now the second type of rhyming is being able to recognize rhymes in pairs. So this is super easy. You can do it as a filler in your classroom, waiting those extra 3 or 4 minutes before you have to line up for something. Cat, bat, do they rhyme? Yes or no? Tub, cat, no. Hat, bat, yes. And just giving them the ability to hear the words and then quickly decide, thumbs up, thumbs down, they rhyme or they don't rhyme. They need to have lots of experience identifying whether a word pair rhymes or not. The third type of rhyming is being able to recognize the rhymes in a series of words. This is a little bit more complex. It takes a little bit of mental gymnastics. I'm going to give you 3 words and you have to decide which 2 of those words rhyme. So if I give you hat, tub, and bat, you have to kind of say it again to yourself, move them around on your mental bulletin board and put them together and throw away the one that doesn't work. It does take, it's a higher level skill than just deciding if hat and cat rhyme. It's really listening. Again, right? We're honing their ability in to listen to the sounds, to really focus on those sounds. So important. So that was the 3rd type. So the 4th type of rhyme is an ability to be able to determine what rhymes with, right? So I'm going to give you the word hat and you have to decide if it's cat or tub. Which of these 2 words rhyme with this word? And this is another level of the rhyming. And you can, I think when we think about it, we all have those pocket charts where the kids have to match it up, puzzles, they match it up. So this is something that teachers are usually really familiar with. What rhymes with? Another type of rhyming, number 5, is really recognizing the rhymes. And when I say rhymes here, I mean the R-I-M-E-S, right? That onset rhyme. In the word tub, it's t and ub. T is our onset, ub is our rhyme. And being able to kind of listen to that chunk of a word and determining if they rhyme. So that one really focuses on those word families, those rhymes. Think of it at the end, right? The onset and the rhyme. So that's number 5. Okay, number 6. Nonsense word rhyming. So this is kind of a fun way to do rhyming, and a lot of you may already do it in your classroom. There's lots of songs that you can do with chants with their names. Like one that I've always done is Willoughby Wallaby Woo, an elephant sat on you. Willoughby Wallaby Wee, an elephant sat on me. Willoughby Wallaby Wella, an elephant sat on, and then the kids have to fill in the name. So it would be Della. So you can do that with all your kids as you go around, and it helps them turn a nonsense word like Wella into Della. This is something else you can do. Again, a great filler when you're waiting those couple minutes for gym or recess or lunch or for buses. Take a category, let's say food, and you wanna say you have to listen and decide what word I'm trying to tell you. So I like to eat Zamburgers. And the kids will all be like, no, hamburgers. So that's a really good way to take a nonsense word, shift it around in their brain, and turn it into a regular word. So I do this with a silly zoo deck where the kids would say, we went to the zoo and we saw a myrtle. No, not a myrtle. We saw and the kids would have to click turtle. So that's one of the other elements of rhyming. So you can see it's pretty complex. There's lots of layers to rhyming. It's not just cat and hat. And when those kids have that really firm foundation in rhyming and they're really able to hone in on the sounds and the words, it makes it so much easier when you get into the higher level skills in phonemic awareness, like manipulating sounds. So don't skip over this step. This is a perfect set of activities to do in guided reading groups at the beginning of the year. When your kids aren't actually reading yet, this is what you should be doing with those non-readers. Building up that rhyming skill so that they're building up their phonemic awareness foundation. So, so important. There are lots of parts to phonemic awareness, and one of the pillars of phonemic awareness is that rhyming. And within rhyming, there are those 6 levels. So let's just repeat them really quickly. Number 1, they basically, you say it, they hear it, and then they repeat it. Cat, bat, you say it back. Cat, bat. One of my favorite ways to do this is with a mini lesson. So easy, boom, it's done. Number 2 is basically listening to 2 words in a pair and deciding thumbs up, they rhyme, thumbs down, they don't. Tub, bug, do they rhyme? No, yes, or no. Quick filler. Number 3 is being able to identify which words rhyme out of a series of words. Remember, this is the one with a little bit of mental gymnastics where they're going to have to basically say bug, cat, and rug. And then they have to kind of mentally put it in their pocket chart in their brain and decide which two belong and which one doesn't. Number 4 is what we all kind of think of. What word rhymes with? So you give them a picture of a cat and they have to decide, is it hat or is it bug? Number 5 is really focusing on that chunk of the word at the end, those word families. That's part of the onset rhyme, right? If we can get those chunks at the end and then we give them an initial sound, it's really going to help them when they learn to read those CVC words. And number 6, the really fun one, the nonsense word one. This is how you can do that Willoughby Wallaby song. There's lots of different ways, name chants, doing categories, and having them guess what the nonsense word is and turning it into a regular word. So have some fun with rhyming. It really is so critically important, and this is a great topic for, like I said, those guided reading groups with kids who don't read, and as fillers. So put a couple of these different activities in your centers, but remember that it is crucial that they hear the sound. So boom cards are a great way to put it in a center. If they're just at a center putting puzzles together without hearing it, not as impactful. They need to hear the phonemes. Remember, phonemic awareness is all about the sounds. We need to hear it to learn it. So a couple of things. Number 1, I have a checklist that you can download, and it kind of breaks down those different categories of rhyming so you can make good decisions about what you're going to do next. I do have all the decks that I showed you. If you want to get that, it is my rhyming intervention bundle, and you can get it. I'll put a link down below. And I also have a link to my favorite rhyming books. This is a great way to just bring it in every single day with some fun, silly rhyming books. Oh, and one last thing. I don't know if you noticed, but I have this fast play poster up here. And I don't know if you can see it, but it says QQTP. So if you're watching this live, you can use this fast pin and it will get you to one of the decks that I showcase. The one with the light bulb where you have to decide which word rhymes with cat and it has the 2. You can just have your kids go in with this fast play. Just when they log in, they click fast play pin and they put in QQTP and you'll have immediate access to that deck. It's not going to give you data because the kids aren't logging in, but it's a quick and easy, fun way to access a deck. So that's a little gift for you. This is only good for 2 weeks, so if you're seeing this on a replay after 2 weeks, sorry, you're out of luck. But I love to put them up on the board and have the kids come up in a conga line, and then they just kind of boop, they move it, next one, boop, boop, and they go around. Again, great filler, great whole group activity. Get them up, get them moving, get them engaged. So I hope that you'll take some time to really think about your kids and their ability to rhyme, because it really is just so important in that phonemic awareness. So good luck, have a great year, and let me know if you have any questions. And again, those links are below to the checklist. You can get that for free, my rhyming bundle, or a link to my favorite rhyming books. And again, FastPin, QQTP. Bye.